Hello, my name's McKenna. I'm a small business owner here in the Pacific Northwest, and I only run the small business Palm Creative out of this little pink studio. And I like to take you guys along with me for weekly studio vlogs, market vlogs, and additional small business content. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Let's get into another week in the shop. It is another day in another week. It is Monday. It is later in the day, but I am trying to take it a little bit easier because I just had one of the most insane weekends, sales-wise, vibes-wise, money-wise, of my entire small business. So I am so grateful for the Tacoma Book Fair and for anyone that came out from Tacoma, so thank you guys so much. But yeah, today I feel exhausted. The burnout is trying to make its way into my life, and I'm not letting it. So this week we have quite a bit to accomplish, as always. I feel like that's my catchphrase. It's a busy week because Tacoma Book Fair went so beautifully. There is a ton of restock that has to happen. I need to make lots of orders and spend an unfortunate amount of money to restock a lot of apparel, cups, candles, literally everything, which is a great problem to have. Books as well. I plowed through those books. They're gone almost. And I definitely need to make sure I have enough for the next 4 events that are coming up, as well as the secret project that I don't know when I get to announce to you guys. So hopefully soon, maybe in this vlog, probably not. It'll probably be a separate video because it's big news. But this week I need to work on this said secret project. I need to work on new products and get them released for you guys, have stuff ready for Pride. Last year I did a really fun Pride collection, and I would like to do one again this year. Maybe not as big as I did last year, just because money-wise, I don't have a ton of money for all these launches because of other things happening. So things are in the works, things are happening, and I can't wait to share them with you. Today though, I don't know how much I'm going to accomplish. I want to go through and re-inventory all of my apparel because of how crazy this event was. The numbers got a little messed up with inventory because I had to take a lot of sales through Venmo and PayPal and cash without putting them through the app because the Wi-Fi was so bad, there was no service. I couldn't even get on my app for a good chunk, like 3 hours, until I was given the super secret Wi-Fi of the building. So it was rough, but we made it. We made it through. And then, yeah, so the inventory is really off. So we're going to do that today. I did do inventory on blanks, so now I know how many I need to purchase, which is quite a bit. We are out of pretty much everything. So that's exciting. I also am making the decision, this is not something I did last year, so it is kind of scary. I am still going to have crew necks. I'm not saying they're gone, but I will not be keeping them probably as highly, I don't even know what the right word is, in stock through the summer season, because last year it kind of was very obvious that I started not having as many crew neck sales, and we kind of had inventory just sitting. So I think because of that, because it gets really hot and a lot of events are outside, I'm going to focus on t-shirts, tank tops, etc. And then crew necks will come back probably in August for events and everything, but they'll still be online. So if you want to buy one online, do not worry, you will still have everything in stock. It's more just at events. Unless if you're coming to an event and there's a sweatshirt you want, please let me know ahead of time. I can bring things. I just can't keep up with inventory and also keeping in new designs, and I want to bring a lot of new designs into the shop, apparel wise, and it's just a fact that t-shirts are cheaper, so we're gonna do that. It's something new, we're trying it. I also had a lot of people ask about Romantasy, the crew neck, if it could be in a t-shirt. that was the original plan, is to also have a t-shirt, and I just didn't have the funds to do it at the time when I was doing the 2 colors. So I think what we're gonna do, because my next book event that is like themed books is in August, so it's a while away, and it's also a smaller event than this last one I just did. It's also still in Tacoma, so that'll be fun. I also will continue to keep looking for book events, but there hasn't been a lot in Seattle that I can really apply to. There's a couple that happen, but they're more for like publishers and small presses, so it's just not been something that's really here. I would love to be a part of it if someone wants to help me organize something like that, but it definitely would be a big undertaking, and I think Tacoma Book Fair did an amazing job. I would definitely be like, hey guys, want to do a Seattle? But I think they're all Tacoma based, so they probably won't want to. But it was a great event. I'm so happy. It also means we can move forward with a lot of products and designs I've been kind of holding on, and that's exciting. So today what I'm going to work on is not a ton because I deserve a little break. So the vlog honestly will probably not be much today. I do need to get some orders fulfilled. We had another order come in today, which was really exciting, and then we have some wholesale stuff that came through that we need to get out as well. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to be brave and pack those orders today or push it off to tomorrow, because I'm just honestly feeling that burnout real bad. It was a lot this weekend. Doing that event was a lot by myself. I haven't really done an event like that by myself before, and I didn't eat on Saturday, which was terrible. I felt so sick. That was probably also why I felt terrible when I got home. Anyway, it was just a lot. It was a lot this weekend. My body's really tired. And I'm just feeling very like, ugh. I do think I want to make my big to-do list though for the week, because there's a lot that needs to happen. A lot of behind the scenes stuff we cannot talk about just yet, but will come up very soon, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. But for now, I am going to rest a little bit more and then maybe be brave and jump into a few things, but nothing too crazy today. Tomorrow will be the I have a lot to do, but it's okay. We're good. Like now I'm looking and I'm like, when do I need to get stuff out? Because if I can get away with it, I might not pack these orders today. When did I say I was going to ship this? Oh my gosh, I got days to do this. Never mind, we're gonna do it tomorrow. Orders will be packed tomorrow and sent out by Wednesday, because I'm looking, I think also, obviously I like to get orders out as soon as possible, but my shipping policy is up to 7 days, and then wholesale I have it up to 14 days because of all this stuff happening. I want to have faster turnarounds, but sometimes I put this like this so that I don't have to kill myself to be, you know, getting an order out. So occasionally I will be a little more leaning towards the end of my cycle, and luckily it is still not even close to the dates that I put. So I still feel good. Customers will still get stuff in a timely fashion, and we love that. And yeah, hopefully I can rest a bit, because it was an amazing weekend, but I'm exhausted. So honestly, let's be honest, this is probably what I'm going to do for today. Tomorrow will be the better day, but we'll see. I could be crazy and get into stuff, but I'm just prefacing it. Okay, I lied. We're gonna organize inventory together because I thought that might be fun. Let's do that. I'm gonna put on some music and go through all these bins and organize because it's messy. happy Tuesday. So it's already like 2 o'clock. Today I've worked on the studio vlog. We got that out and it's in the world now, and so we're slowly catching up. I'm still now 2 videos behind, but I am working on it, and I appreciate your guys' patience and as always for watching. Today we have quite a bit to do. I just had another wholesale order come through, which is fantastic. However, we need to clear orders and wholesale orders that are finished. It's been a little hard to keep up with everything, and so I think today we're going to focus on catching up on that, as well as sending out a market email. So at every vendor market that I have, I was like, that's the right wording, every vendor market I have a mailing list out, and so people can sign up and get 15% off on my website, and so it gets people to want to sign up for a mailing list as well as get them to my website, and it's been actually really beneficial to my business. Obviously not every email is going to end up in a sale, but even if one ends up in like a batch, that makes me feel so good. And yeah, like people are taking time out of their day going to my website versus when you walk through a market and are just, you know, there for everything and then they find you. So I had, I think, 2 full pages for U District and 2 pages for Tacoma Book Fair. So now we need to get those inputted into my system, send it out. I'm also in the middle of trying to figure out if I want to switch my email marketing. Right now I use MailChimp, but I'm not a fan. So if you have something that you like that you use for email marketing, I would love to know. I've heard a couple different ones. I just want something that's a little bit easy to use. I don't have to do a ton of like setting it up. Obviously like setting up some templates, but I don't want to have to build out every email all the time. It's just a lot of work. At some point, I would love to hire somebody to handle some of this stuff, but for now, it is just me. But we have that on the list. I made a big to-do list, so we're gonna send those out. Wholesale orders. I need to do a huge restock of blanks, cups, pretty much everything to run my business, which is super great. However, also not super fun when it is all back to back to back. So at some point today, I'm going to sit down. We're going to do candle supplies, all the things. I am a little nervous because my scent for the smutty little bookish candle is out again, and it has been out for like 2 weeks. I've been trying to buy it like for the last couple weeks and it just has not restocked. I even have text alerts set up and I never do that, and it's every time it says there's a restock, it's usually for the smallest size, and I'm about to, like, if the biggest size shows up, I might buy it because I can't keep this stuff in stock and it's a little frustrating. So next time it's in stock, I'm gonna be spending some money and figuring that out. I'm gonna make a restock plan today as well for markets. I'm just gonna have like, my plan is basically just gonna be like, what day am I going to start restocking? Basically, because from right now, Tuesday till not this weekend, but the next weekend, I don't have anything. So this is the longest stretch I'll have for quite a while. And so I definitely am gonna try to fit in some downtime in here because it's going to be my only downtime, as well as you know, getting a lot of other stuff done. So restocks, repack orders. I already posted a reel and a TikTok, so we're going to cross that off. I might post another one just to, you know, get some more content out there, and then the rest of this is for later in the week. So quite a bit to do. I'm also going to be working on the secret project, as well as just planning some other stuff out and hopefully getting to work on things that I have not had time for. It's definitely been a struggle to juggle everything. But for now, I think we should switch gears and jump right into packing orders and working on wholesale stuff, because I really want to get these caught up and be ready to accept new ones, because this one that just came in I'm so excited about, but I'm like, I kind of want to get these accomplished before I accept it. So that's what we're gonna do today. Let's get into a beautiful day. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Hello friends, happy Wednesday. So it is 12:30. I have had the most productive morning and I didn't film any of it because it was all computer work, but I wanted to tell you all the things I got done. So, oh my gosh, look at my hair. Getting stuck in my glasses. Also, hold on. I feel really cute today. I'm wearing overalls. I got my bracelets on. I'm feeling so cute. It feels like a really good day. It's also beautiful. It is in the 80s. I can't even explain how happy I am about that. But today, quite a bit is going on, but for the beginning of the day, I got up really early. There was a lot of action. Eli had to get up really early to go to work. He's already back now. And then our neighbor was super loud. So Lavender was like, let's bark at 5 a.m. We love that. But I jumped into stuff really early this morning and I feel so good. I feel like I pushed past a lot of my anxiety and burnout this morning and I feel ready to take on the world. So I hope that feeling continues because it's a good feeling. So this morning I ordered all of my blanks I needed to restock Band Book Lover and Fantasy Fairy Tales Folklore. I already had stuff for World Tour, so we're good. I ordered new cups because we're down to 1 box already, which I cannot believe. We had another wholesale and another order, so those will be things I need to work on at some point. And then I ordered basically, like I ordered new books for our book bundles and then also just kind of like ordered some other stuff that was out. And then I built out some carts that I'm going to purchase. I just was waiting on a couple other things I needed to add. And then I worked on and finished the Spokane and Seattle designs finally. I know, it's been the longest time, but I got them done and I'm really proud of them. I'm really excited for you guys to see them. If you're in either of those areas, I hope you guys like them. Originally I was gonna do a t-shirt and a crew neck, and at the moment I'm trying to figure out if the crew necks will be released now or I might wait a bit and only do t-shirts. The crew necks are here, however they're a color that will work for another project, and so I'm tempted to maybe wait on adding the crew necks until it is crew neck season, since that's kind of a recent decision I started making with design stuff, so then also I can keep new designs in stock and try new things. But I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to show you. So I'm gonna be ordering that either later today or tomorrow. So hopefully we'll have the Spokane, well I'm gonna order both Seattle and Spokane, but hopefully we'll have them ready for our first event in Spokane in June. I also posted all of my market dates, and now I'm thinking about it, I need to update my website one, which, oops. And so that's gonna happen. Yeah, that's updated. That is out in the world. I posted all my June and my 1 July date so far. I'm still waiting on some things to be able to tell you guys, as well as scheduling, because there either is going to be another market type thing in July or August or even September that I can tell you as soon as I get it confirmed. I'm just waiting for that email to come through. And then there was a collab I'm trying to work on and finish that I've kind of put off, and luckily they're very sweet and they still want to work with me. So yeah, we've had a lot going on and it's only almost 1. I am going to be heading out in a few moments to go do some mystery surprise secret things that I know you guys hate me teasing, but it's what I'm doing. And it will be taking a chunk of this afternoon, and then I'm meeting up with my bestie to go and do trivia later, which I'm so excited about, at a bar I really like, and they have really good food. So I'm very excited. It's been a good day. I'm hoping maybe, depending on how it goes today, maybe I'll do a coffee walk. As far as like work-wise, I mean, a lot of it was done this morning. And then also just like not work-wise, we're really trying to figure out, there's basically the hinting of what I've been talking about, like life being messy, is figuring out our living space. And when I did talk about it before, some people were like, don't talk about it. So I don't really know how to make everybody happy. But I will say, it's like a 95% chance we'll be staying in this place, and so I want to make it cute, and so I kind of want to do some like DIY stuff as well as some more decor things, maybe some paint, just to kind of freshen things up and feel like it's more home, because there was a lot of things we didn't do because we're like, oh, like we don't know how long we're going to be here, and if we're here another year, I would like to make it cozy. So even cozier than it is now. And so I've been having some fun finding things online and figuring out how to make things kind of more fun and colorful and cute. So anyway, that is kind of the gist of today. I definitely need to work on some other designs. I'm like, this is so embarrassing because I had a plan to be so ahead this year, and there's things like planned and prepped and working on, but there's a lot that's not for launches. And so I need to get my Pride stuff ready because obviously I should have it online before June. It's not happening, I know, but I'll at least have it ready for Pride in Spokane, which is one of my big events, and it's also one of my favorite events. So I'm very excited for that, and I'm also gonna make sure it gets online. It also is something I keep up for the most part all year, unless like it's a design that I'm not bringing back. Like specifically some of my keychains. I had a Pride keychain last year that didn't do as well that I thought was really cute. So that one though, it did just sell on Wholesale, which is great. So that's a good sign. But yeah, that is what's up today. I'm going to go do this top secret mission, and then I'll be back and we'll kind of chat on what else is going on with the day. So yay. I love this day. It's such a good day. Hello friends, I'm back. It took longer than anticipated because I had to do a lot of things, and also I stopped for coffee at my favorite coffee shop. So happy girl here. I'm definitely thinking the rest of the day is going to be working on this project. It's already 3:30 and I'm meeting a friend at 6:30, and so I'm pretty much just gonna be doing that today, which is a bummer for the vlog, which is why I kind of hinted that this is going on. But it means that I can super soon tell you guys, which is great. Hopefully it'll be around the same time you're seeing this vlog, is my hope. Oh my gosh, Laddie. But yeah, so the rest of the day I'm working on that, as well as working on some new designs and getting those out and ordered. Tomorrow I think what I'm going to do is get up early again and push through, get some design stuff finished, ordered, and kind of checked off the list, as well as ordering new transfers for my apparel inner tags, like the logo. I've been kind of back and forth on how I wanted to move forward with it because I did run out of my old design, and some of my new apparel has not had the custom like Palm Creative logo, just because I was back and forth and I was like, I need to make a good decision about this because I usually buy a lot of it because my transfer company, we have like a minimum that I have to order, and yeah, it's just a lot to do. So we're gonna work on that tomorrow as well, and then we're gonna work on Wholesale tomorrow. So tomorrow will be a big busy day in the studio for the vlog. Today, however, is a lot of behind the scenes things that we cannot share yet. But yeah, super excited and can't wait to share with you guys. I think you're gonna be really excited, and I'm honestly so excited to take you guys along with me for this. I think it's gonna be really insane. Right, Labby? Okay, that's all for today. We'll be back tomorrow with lots more in the studio. Hello friends, and happy Thursday. So this morning I am working on some wholesale orders and some other kind of like side things. We really need to make a new shop card for both wholesalers and for you guys that order online, as well as a new shop sticker. I like to kind of change them up every once in a while. I guess this one I did way back in January. So yeah, it's time for a fresh one. I'm thinking of doing a bookish summer themed one, since I haven't really done a book themed shop card and sticker. So I thought that might be fun. And then I want to make a thank you wholesale card because right now I've been just using my regular retail ones, and so we're gonna do that. I accepted some more wholesale stuff, as well as I just got an Etsy order, which I haven't had one in like a billion years. Like, I've been thinking about getting rid of my Etsy because I'm just like over Etsy. It's been good for the last 5 years. It's just never been great. You know what I mean? It's been fine. So yeah, we have that to get done. I do need to order transfers today and work on some new designs. So it is a busy day in the shop. I think we should just jump right into it, and I'm going to first laminate some bookmarks because there's a couple orders that have bookmarks and I printed out new ones, and so I let them sit, they're dry, they did their thing. Time to laminate and cut up and get them ready to go to their new homes. So we'll do that, and then we're going to prep candles, I think, because we have quite a few candle orders, which is great, but I also want to make sure I get that done today, so then I can make sure I can reorder enough for my next batches, because right now it's kind of hard for me to estimate how far things will go. I don't know, I just haven't gotten used to it enough with my supplies to be like, oh, I know, like if I have this much left, that's how many candles I can make. I'm just not there yet, and that takes some time to get used to. So, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. Let's get into a busy day in the studio. Okay, so I just went through and did those bookmarks. Already I'm looking and like, oh, I could have restocked some other ones. It'll also just happen as we go. But a lot of this will be going for wholesale, and then the rest of it will be for market, because we don't have one this weekend, we have one next weekend. So now I'm going to prep candles. I made my list of what I have to make for this, just the wholesale. This isn't even for markets, and so I feel like I'll just focus on wholesale today, and then we'll see what's left, figure out how much I want to add back to the wholesale site, as well as update for markets. So we have to make 7 cozy girls, 7 just one more chapters, 5 high lords, wing leaders and high lords, 1 small business big dreams, 2 read band books, 2 moms me times, and 3 smutties. So not too shabby. It is going to be a lot of work, but then I'll see after this batch how much I have left of certain scents, wax, everything. We'll do a big order, which is great because then I'll feel relieved that that is checked off the list. And then I think I'll move on to a lot of other things I have to work on, but at least getting this stuff done will be a big old relief. But now I'm gonna prep those vessels, and then I'm going to take a lunch break because I'm hungry, and then we'll come back to this and see what else. So one of these orders came, they didn't even get candles, they just got, oh yes, wait, which one am I thinking of? One of these doesn't have candles. Where is it? Oh, it's in this box. I was like, 2 of these had candles and 1 didn't. We have like some cups we have to sublimate. We have some cups to make, car coasters. So we have quite a bit for this order. And then these other 2 have candles and bookmarks and keychains. So lots to do today, lots to do. Yeah, but I'm feeling pretty good. I also have some orders we have to get out that are separate. I was hoping my blanks were gonna show up today so I could get this online order out. It hasn't even been a week yet though since I got this order, so it's only been like 2 days. I just wanted to get it out today. It's not gonna happen because my blanks will be here tomorrow. But anyway, let's make some, or prep some candles, and then we're gonna go eat, and then probably jump into candle making next. Boy oh boy. Okay friends, so it's 4 o'clock and I wanted to give you an update on what I've been up to. So right now the wax warmer is heating up. It takes a long time when I'm trying to do a lot of wax at once, and that's kind of the downside of this wax warmer, I will say. It feels like it takes kind of forever. So it's working on its heat right now. It's getting there, it's very close. And I've prepped a couple of the scents so they've been ready to go. And then I just had an order come through, and I could not believe it because I just, I can't believe how blessed I feel that so many people shop from me, and like after all this time, things have been like so good. So someone just ordered 2 band book t-shirts as well as 2 of the children's book lover crew necks, which I haven't really talked about in a long time. So if you're somebody who wants one that's specifically like a children's book version of the band book lover, I do have that design. It just never sells well. I think it's just because it's more niche. It's usually teachers that want it. And this person is a teacher and they're excited because they want their whole team of teachers to wear it. So I feel so grateful. If you watch the vlog, thank you so much for your order. I usually don't get those kind of big orders just from my online shop. It's usually wholesale. So when I saw it pop up, I was like, what? So that came through. I'm about to do candles, and I've been working on some things we can't talk about. I am also listening to Fearless, and I want to know what people think because I am struggling to get through this. Like, I think if I was reading it, I would just throw the book. I knew it was going to be bad because if you read Powerless and like know the whole thing, the second book was so bad, and I was so bummed because I really did like Powerless. I was really excited to read the second one. I can't even remember what, I think it's Reckless, and I thought it was the most boring, repetitive, terribly written book, and I knew this book, the third one, was probably going to be just as bad. However, I have a hard time not finishing a series. Like, it's so rare for me, even when I'm struggling to get through it. Like, I'm still going through the Plated Prisoner series, and like I just need to like push through and finish it because it's driving me crazy. I just want it to be done. I have a really hard time DNFing books. Like I'm really bad at it. So anyway, I'm listening to it. I'm on chapter almost 13. It's so bad. I don't even know what the point of this book is, if I'm being honest. It feels like what I used to write in high school, middle school maybe. So I'm really bummed because I did really have high hopes that this book was gonna be better, and I'm really trying to get through it, but like listening to it over and over, I'm just like, what is the point of these characters and what are they, like, it's just odd. It's very odd. I don't know how to explain it. But if you've read it or you had that experience, let's talk about it in the comments because I could not believe. It's just like, I'm already 12 chapters in and I'm just like, what is the point of this book? Like, I don't know. I don't know. And the character development is just so strange. So anyway, that series is, I just want it to be done. I know maybe I will DNF a series for the first time. I don't know. But yeah, super excited to keep working on the stuff I'm working on. I'm still waiting for the confirmation that I can tell you guys, and hopefully that'll be at the same time as this coming out. So it's a little frustrating because I obviously know you guys don't like the teasing of it. Just know I'm working hard at getting things ready for things to happen. So now I'm going to switch and double check my candles. Hopefully we can start making some and get those checked off. Literally all these candles are just wholesale, which is insane. This isn't even like restocking anything else in the shop. So I'm very, very grateful and also just very shocked that this is like happening right now. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to check candles. Hopefully we will get to that and then keep working on this and hopefully switch gears to product design work to get some new things out by July. There's some stuff I'm planning for like a July launch and it's going to be a bookish one. I will say that. There'll be a whole bunch of more bookish things in the shop and I'm working really hard on that. So very exciting, and let's go get some candles made. Hello friends, happy Friday and welcome to another day in the studio. Let's put that up a little bit. So this morning already I've been working on reordering things, building some carts out, as well as my huge to-do list that I have. I'm going to keep brainstorming and writing everything down. I feel like it helps me a lot when I just put all my thoughts on one document and then I organize it and make it into actual like bite-sized things. Right now I'm feeling very, very overwhelmed by the amount of stuff happening, not only with markets and wholesale and just everything going on, but also the secret project. So hopefully today I'll get the info and I can actually like talk about it and it'll be good. But otherwise, today we need to work on the wholesale stuff. So we have all the candles, both sides. They look great, and we're gonna get them labeled and obviously ready to go. I want to get all of my wholesale that I can checked off, as well as some of my online orders. Today we're supposed to get some blanks as well for apparel. TBD if I'm gonna press anything today. I think tomorrow and then Monday is gonna be my big pressing and like restocking time. I really want to focus on getting everything ready for next weekend's market because I have to leave on Thursday for that because it is a Friday load in and then it's Saturday, Sunday. So definitely feeling a little stressed, but it is my last 2-day event for quite a while actually. I have a lot of 1-days after that, as well as other stuff going on, and so yeah, we have quite a bit to do, but I think today I'm going to focus on design work. We really need to order transfers today, so I need to sit down and like focus on that. I am a little nervous because Eli did leave for work. Cue the wiener dog barking. I'm hoping that's not that kind of day. So hopefully we can get a lot of work done and there's not a lot of distraction. That is kind of why I don't like this specific place, but it is what it is. What can you do? Lavender, you're such a diva. So I need to work on a lot of design stuff as well as get all these orders kind of situated. So I'm gonna keep working on this list that I'm working on right now, and then I think I'm gonna start make lunch and then kind of keep getting through everything. I also still need to get everything ready for my Kindle and book sleeves. It's just like the last thing I have on my mind right now. Which is a bummer, but I do need to have them ready for some events that are coming up, as well as eventually my hope and dream is to get my shit together and use my fancy new paper cutters so we can start making notepads. I think it's just because it's a new thing, I'm a little nervous. So it's the same thing with like some other things that I have currently in the house that I need to test out. And I don't have enough space for all these things. Like I have no idea where I'm gonna put this paper cutter. I might roll out the cart and have it set up in here, and that's gonna be what we do. But yeah, it's tight quarters in here. It is tight quarters. But for now, let's work on, I'm making basically a couple different to-do lists. I'm gonna try to order my candle supplies today, as well as make sure I have the next couple candles ready to be made. Basically, I want to have a Pride candle out. Pride this year is a little funky, which I should talk about because I feel like this is crazy. Like today is the 30th, so it is not, you know, technically Pride month yet, but on my website there is a specific Pride collection section. A lot of it is my past designs right now. Obviously it would be great if I had these things done before, but you know, it is what it is. So for right now, we have all of the Pride stuff that has been on the site just in one spot. So if you want to just be able to see everything in one place, it is there. I did find I had some people wanting more of the Pride cups from last year, and I didn't have any more, but I found 3 transfers, so I do have 3 left. So very exciting. This year we're doing a smaller collection, but there will be a Pride candle and hopefully a shirt if all goes well, and then some more stickers, and I think I'm gonna do a car coaster this time instead of a keychain, since we have a keychain right now. But maybe, I don't know, I had some inspiration this morning when I was thinking about keychains, so we'll see if it happens. I know it is literally already Pride, like this is not good for me to be prepping so late, but I do have a lot of things already kind of like pre-made and working on, so we're just going to finish them, make them, all the things, and then they'll be ready definitely for Spokane Pride. Hopefully I'll have it up on the website before, but I do leave all of my Pride stuff up year round obviously, and I do have it at most of my markets. My Happy to Be Queer shirt and tank top I usually only bring throughout the summer because tank tops obviously we don't bring them as much, and to certain events, and so we'll definitely have it at Pride, and then I'll definitely have it at the Terrain Bazaar. And then I might bring it, if we have some left, I'll bring it to Derby Days. So we'll see. But everything else, I usually have stickers and bookmarks. And sometimes the keychains, they don't sell as well. I think they're really cute. I'm happy with the design, but I just feel like it's not a keychain that sells as much. But we'll see. Maybe I'll switch it to black. That'd be cute. Anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping. Let's get into a busy day in the studio. Okay friends, a little update on what I've been up to. It's already like 4 o'clock. This day is flying by. But I finished the transfers for Spokane, Seattle, and the new Pride shirt, so we're gonna get those ordered today. The last thing I need to do though for transfers is finish up, which is so annoying, but the logo tags, because my old ones, it's been like a constant thing I've been talking about. The old ones are gone. I needed to make a new design, and I wanted to be maybe doing a little thing, something different, but for this time I'm just going to do my normal, like just a logo. Eventually down the line I want to have it say like medium and have all the info on the tags so we can rip out the other tags of the brand of apparel. But right now I just feel like that is a lot to take under, and I don't know if that's like exactly what I want to do. I do like the idea of not having any of the other apparel branding on there, but also my comfort colors has to have it anyway, so for now we'll just make a little, just the logo part. I'll make a sheet and order some, and then we'll be ready to order. So I also need to double check though all of my transfers I currently have for Band Book Lover, because we definitely are running low on a couple colors. I was hoping my transfers would get here though, so we could do a count of everything, or not my transfers, my blanks would get here. They haven't gotten here yet, but they're on the way. They should be here at some point today. And then I still need to get into finishing up these candles and everything. So as soon as I get the logo part done and get everything ordered, I'm gonna feel so much better, because it does take a while to get here, as I've noticed. So hopefully everything will be here in time, but I'm very excited. I think all the designs look really good. It's gonna be fun to have new apparel in the shop. I also have plans for more bookish apparel, but that will probably be launching a little bit later, in like maybe June, July, but at least we'll have some new designs that aren't just bookish in the shop, which is exciting. But now I'm going to finish up that thing with the logos, get that ordered, and then probably switch to getting these candles prepped and like the wholesale stuff kind of checked off the list. I haven't even touched any of the orders to package, because I've just been working on designs pretty much all day. So it just takes forever to get stuff to look exactly how you want it and making sure it looks good to order. So very excited though for these new things. I hope you guys are gonna like them too. But yeah, I'm gonna go finish and then we'll be back in here to work on packing some orders. Me and Lavender reporting from the living room. So I got the candles all done. Oh my gosh, she's like she's like, I'll take advantage of this seat. Oh my goodness, what a tiny, oh my god, look at her, a diva. So anyway, update on what I've been up to. So candles are all done. They're all labeled. I have to print one new label because one kind of got a little messed up. I'm thinking I want to outsource. This is something I was thinking already. But I'm thinking I might want to outsource my candle labels. So because it takes so long to do them and I don't have enough space. So as you probably noticed when I'm making candles, it kind of takes over my whole studio. And then I can't do anything else until they're done curing. So not great, or at least until they're cooled enough to move. And even then I don't really have places for them to go, so they have to sit out until I can fully process them, and that's just like the worst. I will say most likely we are staying in this apartment, so I need to figure out how to make things easier on myself. Already I feel like we've made a lot of good changes. Having the pressing station out here has been a game changer. It still though is just there's too many things that I do in my shop, because I make everything that I don't have enough stations, and so my dream is obviously to have a bigger candle station, and today was one of those days where my neighbor was very loud. And I will say I've been renting for a very long time, like 12 years. I've either been in a dorm or an apartment or renting, and I've never had neighbors this loud. And I don't know if it's the building or they're just loud people. I just feel like I've never had someone in and out of their apartment so much, making so much noise, unaware of their surroundings. So that's been fun. And so it's definitely been a struggle trying to balance that, and also obviously running the business and hanging out with Lavender. So yeah, it's been a little hard, but it is what it is. There's just a lot of things going on that make it so moving right now might not be the best scenario for us. Also, the market is just like terrible right now. So yeah, anyway, that's kind of what's going on as far as where we're gonna be. As far as the studio space, for this moment, it is still in this apartment for now. So unless something crazy happens, but other stuff is happening. I finally got my emails, so I can make my big announcement, I think, next week, which is so scary. So exciting, so scary. There's a lot to do before I can even make that post. But it will be very, very exciting to finally get to tell you guys. So yeah, the next studio blog, it's gonna be officially talked about, and then there will be, you know, some other content that will sprinkle in to everything. So that being said, the rest of today, I did not get to packing orders. I ended up working too long on digital stuff, and it was necessary. I'm happy I got those transfers done. I do still need to order my cup wraps and some keychain restocks, but that I can definitely do tomorrow. Like, Ninja transfers go so fast with their shipping, so I'm not super worried about that. So worst case, if I don't get it done tonight, it will be tomorrow morning. And then I think blanks are still supposed to arrive. They haven't gotten here yet, which is such a bummer because it's almost 6 o'clock, and I just hate when it gets here like the end of the day, because I'm like, I'm not gonna go through this tonight, like, no. So I think tomorrow will be our big start of market prep restocking for next week's event. We're going to go through apparel. If I'm feeling brave, we'll make some apparel and start restocking everything. I also really want to get ahead of the game and have stuff stocked for starting to stock for Pride, and kind of get ahead of that, because there's just a lot going on with this other project than my markets, and so trying to figure out the best way to manage that is going to be a definite tightrope. It'll be interesting trying to balance it all, but I am very excited, and I'm excited to share with you guys. And then I am really excited about the new apparel I'm dropping. The Pride shirt, I think it's gonna be so cute. I do still have last year's Pride shirt, which says "Happy to be queer" on it, and it's so cute too. So if you would like that one, it is still available. But the new one I'm very excited about. Like, I really am excited. It's very subtle, it's very, you know, it's cute, and I'm excited about it. The only thing I can't decide is if it's gonna be a crop boxy tee, like the Comfort Colors one, or a tank top, or a t-shirt. So that is the one thing that I'm not 100% sure on. Those transfers, of course, are not showing up until, I don't know, their time keeps getting worse and worse. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know what the technical turnaround time is. I don't know if they just, like, depends on their workload. But it is not. It used to be 2 to 3 days and then they'd ship it, and now it's like 5 business days at least. So not great, not loving that, because it makes my life a lot more difficult. So bummer there, because even like when I lived there, it was so quick, and like, I don't know, it just seems like it's gotten a lot. I don't know if they need to hire more people or what. It just seems like there's too much time in between the order and when they ship it. So anyway, I don't know. I'm a little sad because I don't know if the Spokane design will be at Farm Chicks, but it will be at Pride. It will be at Terrain. And then I do have a new Seattle design that I'm obsessed with. I'm really excited for you guys to see this stuff. I've been working on it obviously forever, and I think it's really cute. I also will be moving forward with a lot of the bookish designs. I'm just going to be waiting on that, which I think I mentioned earlier. Just so I don't have everything at once. Also, it's just like expensive. Like, my transfer order was so expensive, but it was a restock of everything. It needed to happen, and it had new designs. So very exciting stuff. I think the rest of the evening I need to work on, I still need to make some other things, like we need to come up with a new shop card, we need to have a new wholesale card. I've never had one before. I think we need to have one now since wholesale is now a huge part of my business. Need to make a new sticker design. We need to make a freebie Pride design at some point before Pride, because I gave out all of June any Pride order online or a sale that was a Pride item. I gave out Pride stickers and it just said Happy Pride. So I don't know if I'm gonna do the same thing and just put 2025 or if I should do a completely new design. I don't know. I still have some more stickers to make too for Pride. I have them like started, I just need to finish them. But basically the rest of the evening is going to be cozy time. It's going to be working on stuff on the computer and just really focusing in on everything I have to do. I also still need to make my mega to-do list, but I'm very happy with how everything's going. I think tomorrow I'm going to edit the market vlog for U District because I'm so behind, and then we're going to jump into the day. The wholesale, like I'm going to get all my orders packed. We're going to then start working on market prep. So it's gonna be a busy couple weeks. I will say this is probably the craziest summer of Palm Creative and for me. So it's very exciting, but also very terrifying just to be like, oh my gosh, we're about to enter this new era. So we'll see how it goes, my goodness. But that is all for Friday. We'll be back in moments for Saturday and a very busy day probably tomorrow. But I feel good about today and I hope you guys enjoyed my ramble and my candle making because we love that. Hello friends, happy Saturday. So this morning I got up early, got the District Street Fair Market vlog out, so it is now up for you guys. I'm really trying to catch up in the next couple days and getting back on track with the schedule, especially with announcing stuff. I just want to make sure everyone's up to date and you'll have lots of content all at once. Definitely going to try to get back on my normal schedule so it's not so backlogged, but you know, stuff happens and there's only so much I can do. So thank you guys for being understanding. I hope you enjoy having lots of content to catch up on because there's just so much. But today we are going to do some market restocking. So we're gonna do some prepping, probably making some stuff, and I did get my blanks last night. It showed up kind of late, so I don't know what was going on. It just decided to get here when it got here. So it is here, which means we need to process it, organize it, and then probably do some pressing. I'm gonna make my list of what we need to make. I think my transfers though won't be showing up, I'm like turning on my computer, won't be showing up until next week. So I can only do so much prep, and this might be, I can only do the stuff for next weekend's market is kind of the vibe I'm getting from when this will arrive, which is okay. We can only do what we can do. And then I'm thinking though, at least for stickers, maybe even bookmarks, getting a good batch done that also will count towards Pride, hopefully, because I just don't know if in between these events I'm gonna have enough time, because so next weekend is Farm Chicks. We load in, so I'm gonna get over there Thursday evening probably. I'm gonna load in Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday is the event, and then I'm deciding if I'm gonna leave Sunday to get back here or if I'm going to leave on Monday. I am doing this event by myself, so I'm driving over and then driving back. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I guess I'll get through that book that's taking me forever, Fearless. I did listen more yesterday, but I will say, it's just not great. But I'm determined to finish it so I can check it off and be like, this series is done. But I honestly don't like it enough where I'm like, maybe I should just get rid of the books. Like, I don't know, I might keep the first book, but I'm like, I don't want the second book. I'm never gonna read it again. I don't know, maybe I'll just donate. Who knows, whatever. I've never felt so like, ew towards a book series though. I hope it gets better through this book. I hope there's an ending that isn't weird. But anyway, I'll stop talking about this book. So yeah, today we have quite a bit to accomplish. I do have some stuff online I need to deal with, or like on my computer later today, but I'm thinking of just getting a lot of making done, and then working on that stuff after will be good, and like hopefully a little relaxing to just sit down and be working on it. And then super fun, so this will be the last day of this vlog. And then tomorrow though, we are going to Bainbridge for a little date day because it is almost Eli and my second wedding anniversary. So do a little anniversary fun thing. It seems like we go on islands for anniversaries, I guess, because we last time did Woodby. So anyway, super cute. But yeah, so today is going to be a making day. I also might be brave and edit some content for Instagram. So I did just post a poll to see what people thought, because it's been so bad, you guys. I've been so backlogged. If you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, I've been so backlogged on posting content from markets that I just don't know why. I think it's because I edit YouTube so much, and then it's like having to sit down and edit again kind of the same content. It just gets a little exhausting. So I think though I'm gonna be brave and at some point today dedicate a chunk of time to edit literally so many of these market vlogs, because I've been filming since I think Crafty these vlogs, and I just haven't posted them. So that's super not good, but we're gonna post them. It's gonna be fine. Hopefully people will be okay with it being up so late. But anyway, I think we should just jump into the day. I'm going to go through, I'm trying to figure out if I should start with getting this stuff kind of cleared out so that I have more space open, which might be smart. I don't know. I'm in between wanting to like pack some orders and also jumping right into market prep. I feel like maybe we should get some of this stuff out of the way and then I'll have more space. But today I want to get Little Bin ready to go. And Little Bin is basically everything I do to run the checkout experience and also just like stuff for signage. It's basically everything I need to make the shop look like the shop. And then, or at least like, you know, checking people out and all that stuff. And anything emergency wise that I might need, like tape or pens or string. I have all the things in that bin. I definitely recommend having some type of thing that has all those, you know, things you might need, because it definitely comes in handy when stuff happens that you weren't expecting. And then I'm also going to go through the decor bin, pull out stickers and like everything that needs to be restocked and get them all out and about and start doing that. So yeah, lots to do today. I think maybe I'm gonna look at these wholesale orders and decide if I'm gonna jump into packing some. It's gonna happen at some point today. I just don't know if I want to do it right now or if it's gonna be later. But I think it might have to happen because candles are taking up my entire workspace right now. So I think we should just stop yapping. I'm gonna heat up some coffee and we're gonna jump into a very productive Saturday. We love a Saturday. It's also was so pretty outside. We went for a walk and now it's cloudy and gonna rain. So what a bummer. I'm gonna turn on some cozy lights too because it is dark in here today with the clouds, but yay, let's have a good day. I had no idea I had so many open orders. So these are just Etsy and Shopify, which is just crazy to me. Like, I was literally in shock. That's so many. And then we have, I don't even know, 1, 2, 3, 4 open orders for wholesale. And so I think it's 4 or 5. Now I'm like, hope I'm counting those right. So yeah, there's a lot of orders to get through today. I was just like, that is so crazy, and I'm so grateful. So if you're one of you guys ordered in the last week, I thank you guys so much. But I definitely am trying to figure out the next move. So I need to find some boxes. I think they're downstairs. I'm gonna wait to go downstairs until I have my like list, because I have some other stuff I need to pull from the dungeon, which hopefully I'll get to organizing in the next couple of weeks. It definitely needs it. But yeah, so this is a wholesale order. They have 2 boxes of candles and some keychains, and they have some bookmarks and candles, and then we have one that I'm gonna go drop off. I'm still waiting for them to confirm. It's kind of one of those weird things where, like, I don't know if it's like okay to just go drop stuff off if it's like close by, or if I should ship it. I did message them multiple times and they have not responded. But this place is literally like a 5-minute walk, so I'm like, it seems silly to go further to the post office to do that, and it also saves them money on shipping. So I might just go drop it off and be brave and hope that it's not weird. I think it's fine, but I don't know. Usually when I've done in-person drop-offs, it's been, you know, they answer really fast, but this one has not. So anyway, a little nerve-wracking. But yeah, so I need to get some boxes to get these guys ready to go. And then I need to figure out my next move, because there's just so many little things that need to happen to get everything done. And so it's just figuring out what the smartest way to go about it is. And then also getting into market prep, because some stuff I kind of need to pull from my market inventory to do some of these other orders. And then we're gonna do a big batch of everything. Like, I know I need to do car coasters. We have some sublimated mugs I have to do, as well as some glass mugs and stickers. It's just like so many little things. So it is honestly trying to figure out the puzzle of like what makes the most sense to get into, because I don't want to just do something and then be like, that was like the wrong order and I'm adding more work for myself. But yeah, it's been very exciting seeing so many orders come through. I feel so grateful. Compared to a year ago, this shop has blown up, so I feel very, very, very happy about that. But now I'm gonna figure out my next move. I'm also gonna double check make my list of everything I need to make for apparel and tote bags, actually, because I did get a restock of Off to Book Club. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to figure out the next move, because everything's kind of like and I need to figure out what's the smartest one to start with, because as soon as I turn on sublimation stuff, it's like, okay, then we have to do mugs, then we also need to do car coasters. So it is a lot of like back to back things. But luckily they all kind of go together. I just have to figure out where to start with this long to do. It also feels so weird not to have a market today. I haven't had a Saturday where I wasn't at a market since literally like, I don't even know, April. So it's like mid-April. So it feels very, very good to be home, but also very like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do. Anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping and get back into it, making my list. as I'm making these, it's like obviously a very big restock because most of this was from, like most of this was cleared out from Tacoma Book Fair, which was amazing. But when I have events like this where I have to restock so much, it's like both such a blessing and also such a like constant realization of things I need to figure out for my business, because this is gonna take me forever. Like I'm only through vintage, black, and my fantasy fairy tales folklore shirts, and I just started evergreen. We still have espresso and we still have world tour. So these are just designs I currently have, and I'm planning on expanding like quite a few t-shirts this summer, and so it is kind of like terrifying to see how much like stuff there is to do. Like I definitely have other things I need to get to today. We need to order cup transfers and keychain transfers. I really need to work on new designs, getting things ready for this announcement that's coming up this next week. So I'm feeling a little overwhelmed because it is a lot, and I need to definitely plan out my week very carefully, because this is gonna get to be too much too fast. I think I really need to, I know this is something, it's probably a broken record to you guys and you're like, McKenna, shut up, but I really do need to look into outsourcing stickers. I've just been avoiding it still because it is hard to let go of. It was the first thing besides prints that I started making in my shop, so it is scary to let that go, especially hitting like, I haven't even made my post about my 5-year business anniversary, which was this month in May. So happy 5 years, Palm Creative, we're here. I will be posting, it's just not going to be on the date, because also I don't really know when the official business date was, because it was like happening a little bit before I posted it on Instagram, and then technically it's a 6-year-old business because the print shop started in 2019, so I don't know. Anyway, it's very hard, it's very confusing to track everything. So I'm trying to figure out how to do things more efficiently and effectively. I think stickers are going to be a huge thing for my shop if I can find a good outsourcing. It just feels scary because my profit margins on stickers are so high because I make them. I wish there was like another type of machine that I could be doing stuff with that's not super expensive. I know, I think one of you commented on a previous video about a sticker cutting machine. I've also heard other people talking about it. However, it's like for the amount I would need, I need like a big machine, and I don't have space for that in this apartment. As well as like it is still time consuming to use another machine. So yeah, anyway, it's just funny because like when I do big batches like this, I'm like, holy smokes, like this is a lot of work. Obviously I think that all the time, but when you see it all and you're just like, this is a time consuming thing, like this is taking me, you know, a good chunk of time today, and this is not even the whole batch of things I need to make. This is just Band Book Lover and Fantasy. So I don't know, it is just hard. It's hard to figure out too, like if there's things I should be not making as much of. I've been trying to do certain things in bigger batches, so then I'm not having to restock as much as like what I'm doing right now, even though sometimes we have events like this where it clears out and you don't really have like, there's no game plan. Like I really didn't have the expectation of that market doing so well. I didn't think I was going to sell out of like all but one, you know, or all of certain colors. Like that's crazy. So again, good problems to have, but it's just very interesting. It definitely gets your brain working where you're like, how can we be more efficient? And I haven't even touched the embroidery machine, and that is such a bummer, and I know that it's such a bummer. I feel bad about it, and it is something that's going to happen soon. It's just when it's a constant restock and I don't have time to like dive into the new things, it just feels so scary. It feels scary. But that's what we get when you're 100% handmade business. It definitely makes me think about how to change things and like what I want to, where the business should be going. But for now, your girlie just will keep pressing away. I have thought about maybe outsourcing apparel at some point. It is just expensive. It's pretty close actually in pricing, like to order it. It's only off by a little bit, and so that has been something I've thought about. However, being able to restock so quickly is such an important part of at least my business model. I think if I wasn't doing markets the way I'm doing them now, maybe we could outsource apparel at some point, but when it is pretty much always up in the air and also needing to be restocked, it's like I don't know, it's just hard. It's hard to decide where we should go as far as the business and outsourcing. It also sometimes feels like I'm not there yet, and I know that's not true, because when I know I'm there, it's because this is taking me a huge chunk of time, and I somehow have to figure out time for other things. So it is just an interesting thing as you grow as a business, figuring out what you're comfortable with. And I have a really hard time with that feeling. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced that yet, of maybe having to outsource things and just kind of like letting things go. It's just hard. I don't know why. It's just like mentally, I like the idea and being able to say everything in my shop has had my hands on it. You know what I mean? It's been such an important part of my brand and my business. However, it's like for growth, is that, you know, manageable? Or, you know, I do think maybe at some point if I had a warehouse studio space, I think I would want to hire somebody, and maybe having 2 of me would be great. But right now, you know, it's just in my apartment, so that's kind of, we're not there yet. But I think if there's ever a moment this starts getting, oh my gosh, there's a bug on the wall, that's so gross. Where'd you come from, bug? If there's ever a moment where this gets to be viral or, you know, crazy, then yeah, I'm probably gonna have to outsource. But now it's just like, you have to do these big batches. But sometimes it's like we don't sell a ton in a market. Like we sell a ton, but it's not of apparel, and so it's hard to kind of gauge that specifically. I have thought about, I wish I could do cups. However, as I've discovered, there are not a lot of cup manufacturers in the US, and this is something I discovered years ago when I started doing cups. I guess it's almost been 2.5 years that we've been doing the cup wraps, and I just like wish there was cup manufacturers that were, 1, not so expensive, and 2, would do more than one color, because a lot of them are like one color, or you have to pay like $1 million in extra printing, and it's like, I know I can get them cheaper abroad, but again, that just jumps into manufacturing territory. I don't know, you guys. Anyways, that's my like random thought. I was just wanting to talk to you about it because it's just such a strange like thing to be so happy about things doing so well, but also being so like stressed because you have so many other things to get done, and it's like me sitting here, I have to babysit this. I wish I could have 2 presses going at once, but I don't think my power could handle 2 at a time. I might see if I can like, I don't know, I don't think I can put 2 on the same circuit in this specific apartment, because I do have more than 1 press, so we could be doing a double, and that would save me so much time. But the babysitting, the double-sided shirts take forever, obviously, because, you know, they're double-sided, so you have to basically press it 6 times versus when you're pressing 1 shirt with just a front, which is 3 times, because I pre-press front, back, and then we press, and then we repress. So yeah, 6 pressings per t-shirt takes a while, and I do 15 seconds. So yeah, it's like, it's fast, and yet it is not at the same time. I also realized, which is such a bummer, but I ran out of these guys. I have like 2 left and I'm using them for orders because we have some orders that need to go out and I only have those tags left. They're on the way. I will say I did order them on Restocking. They're coming soon. But I was like, wow, I didn't realize how fast I ran through that box because I just got that like maybe a month ago. So we've been flying through apparel, which is really good. And I also already ran through a whole box of business cards. So 500 business cards have been out in the world in the last month. That's crazy sauce. Like, I don't even understand. But yeah, so it's a lot to track. And sometimes I'm like, why do I have so many things in my shop? I don't know. I also might get brave and get the paper cutter out because I just printed, while I was in my office a while ago, I printed 50 pages equals 200 of my sticker backs that I used for markets because we're out. And I'm thinking I'm gonna use the new paper cutter because I can't imagine cutting 50 pages with my guillotine. So I'm thinking that might be our experiment to get that out of its box. But I do have to like clear space and make room for it because I honestly don't even know where it's gonna go. I think maybe we could try it on the cart right here. On my this is my rolly cart that I use for everything. I wish I could leave it in rooms, but it just takes up so much space. So I think maybe though we set it up on there and I'll lock it into place and we try it out on that space since it's open. But yeah, I think that's a good test. And then if we're really brave, maybe we'll make some notepads. I have some printed. I have all the stuff to make stuff. Oh my god. I'm also so allergic to pressing and that is something I've considered. Oh my god. I have to take an allergy med every time I do pressing because I'm very itchy and I think I'm allergic to dust. I have a lot of dust issues and apparel dust always gets me. So even though I took an allergy med, I think I'm feeling it in my throat. Ugh, I just always get a scratchy throat or I get stuffed and then sometimes I like blow up in hives. I know this is all terrible and it's like, girl, what are you doing? But these shirts are too successful and there's only one of me, so we do what we can. Anyways, that's my long ramble. I'm gonna keep pressing and getting through all this stuff. We're getting there. We're getting there. But I think at least for this, I'm just going to do this batch, and then I'm gonna switch gears, and then probably tomorrow, well no, tomorrow I'm not working. Or if I am, it's not gonna be a lot, but Monday we will finish pressing and making car coasters because the rest of my car coasters are supposed to show up tomorrow. I'm making a big batch of them this time, kind of like I did last time, to do just a big restock because I just want to have like enough to get me through at least the next 2 events, hopefully 3. I don't know, sometimes car coasters just don't sell and then other times I sell out. It's just so random. But yeah, so I prepped a whole bunch today, obviously, as you guys saw, and then the rest we'll do when they get here. So lots to do, lots to do. I want to also try and get my stickers started today because I think Monday I'm going to basically finish pressing stuff. We'll jump into candles because we'll have a lot of candles to do, and then yeah, it's just so much. Also, I'm realizing I haven't even finished packing orders yet. Super good. Super good. I think it might be a I need to make some coffee situation today because I have way too much to do. Way too much. Anyway, that's my ramble. I'm gonna keep making stuff. Hello friends, so this is where I'm gonna end this week's studio vlog. We got a lot done today, obviously, but there's just so much more to do that I'm feeling a little teeny bit overwhelmed. But it's already like 8 o'clock and I think I'm just going to work the rest of the evening on my computer. But I just want to thank you guys for watching this week's vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week you'll get to find out the very big exciting news, which is super, super exciting. But I think when you're technically watching this, it'll be this week for you. It'll be my next week, but you're this week. So I will be posting that announcement very soon. So thank you guys so much. As always, I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys all next time.